What's going on, guys? It's Hi with the Upper Left USA, and as you can see, I've made it to Vietnam. So before we get started, let me just excuse the audio for this video because I am in a pretty active neighborhood right now. There are scooters driving by back and forth and neighborhood people just talking about and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm currently in Vietnam right now, and I'll be here for the next couple of weeks kind of just chilling about. This isn't necessarily my trip, and by that I mean that I didn't plan this one out. I'm kind of just along for the ride. My main reason for coming to Vietnam this time is because my grandpa, my mom's dad, is coming back here and staying for a while, and he's pretty old now. He's like in his 80s or 90s, I forget, but he's pretty close to kicking the bucket. So I wanted to come back just to kind of see him for the last time, document this trip for him, and maybe take some portraits of him so I can have some personal memories. Also, to give you guys an update, if you watch my What's in My Camera Bag Vietnam edition video, you know that I brought a bunch of film along to shoot film. And an update on that, I actually forgot to turn my Leica M6 off, and I left it on for the last, I don't know, a couple of days, weeks maybe, and the battery is dead. So until I can find a new battery for the M6, there will be no film photography at the moment. So for the immediate future, I'll just be doing digital photography, and I'll show you those as I take them. And of course, I'll be vlogging to document this day for you guys. As for today, there isn't really much planned. I went to the cafe this morning with my uncle and got some Vietnamese coffee, and that's about it. Right now, I'm about to go visit the neighborhood that I grew up in, so I'm gonna take you guys along as I walk down memory lane. So this is actually where I grew up, this house right here. I've been trying to get access to the house for the last 2 trips to Vietnam, but unfortunately they're doing construction, so I can't exactly just go inside. So I've told this story before on a previous vlog when I went to Vietnam last year, but I'm going to repeat it for all the new subscribers because this is a pretty interesting story. So if you look at my face closely, you'll notice there is a scar above my upper lip. This resulted from me playing around here in this neighborhood when I was a kid. So the story is that I was here on this street, and I was essentially playing hide and seek with my friends. It was my turn to seek, so I was here counting, and when it was time to go, I took head off, ran straight into the street until I hit this intersection. So I just took off into that street head first without looking in both directions. At the same time, 2 guys were riding by, and one of them was holding a muffler in his hand. And what resulted was essentially me getting clipped by this muffler right on my upper lip. According to recounts by my dad, it was pretty bad because you can see completely through my face and see my teeth underneath. These people were nice enough to actually stop and get my dad and not just pull a hit and run. So I was taken to the hospital and had to get a bunch of stitches, and according to my dad, I was too young to get anesthetics, so they had to do it pretty much with me wide awake, and my dad said that all I needed was me to just hold his hand and I was good because I was a daddy's boy and that's all I needed. So I guess it is pretty important to teach your kids to look both ways before crossing the street, unlike I did. And that's about it for this video. Today was one of those days where not a lot happened in terms of going out, but a lot more happened emotionally. For this to make sense, I'm going to have to take you guys back to the very beginning of this video where I showed the clip of this little girl. Long story short, she is a lottery ticket seller. Now, if you've been to Vietnam before, you know exactly what I'm talking about, as these people are everywhere and come in all shapes and sizes. If you're from the US, imagine these people like the homeless who buy newspaper from the printer or the distributor for cheap and resell it on the street for a high charge to make a profit. Like I said, these people are everywhere, so this was nothing new. Prior to this little girl, I was solicited by an older woman and then a younger boy. So within about half an hour, people were trying to sell me lottery tickets on 3 separate occasions. What caught me off guard about this little girl was that she was so young. When I saw her walking towards me from up the street, I was just thinking to myself, where is this little girl's parents? But of course, give it a few seconds and here comes an older woman straggling behind her. So put 2 and 2 together and you'd know that this older woman, who I assume is the little girl's mom, is using her cuteness to sell lottery tickets, and the little girl was so good at it. The girl really knew how to turn up the cuteness and say phrases that just give you those awe moments. This is all kind of sad, but it is what it is. You do what you gotta do to survive. To connect this to photography, when I attempt street photography and videography, I generally try to be a fly on the wall and not let my subject know what I'm trying to do. In this case, I didn't even try to record this little girl because it would have been so obvious as she was pretty much right next to me. This changes, however, when the subject approaches me and they want their picture taken, they ask about the camera gear or whatever it may be. On this occasion, of course, I took the opportunity to record this little girl because she is so cute. So I got the clip and she wanted to see it. I went to pull up the clip and heard a loud slap and her mother yelling at her to get back to selling. I actually froze for a little bit and had to process what had happened and how I had gotten this little girl in trouble. So I looked up and they were gone. This experience broke my heart a little bit because the girl was just so young and she should be going to school or doing something productive, not being taken advantage of by her mom. This also all happened before 7 in the morning on a Tuesday. It was already hot outside and I was sweating just sitting there drinking iced coffee. But again, it is what it is. Take whatever positive life lessons you can from this story and try to work to make the world a better place. And we'll end this video here. There isn't really much planned for the upcoming days, but that should change fairly quick. My grandpa will be arriving in Vietnam in a couple of days. I'll spend some time with him, then I'll really be able to go around and explore, so definitely stay tuned for that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did. Share this video, comment down below with any comments that you may have. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.